the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wildcats ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ball State's offense will get the first possession of the game. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Let's talk for a second about Ball State. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the boot, looking for his man. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So Northwestern's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like...
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like, when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game.
Turning it on! They finally get to him
offense, when you can generate explosive plays by running the football, you got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to pass, it's not. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
He has the first and still on his feet. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Cardinals come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. The give on the inside. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for room. It's Barfield. Trying to take it back. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Looking to throw, it's not. It's complete to the left. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Finds a tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looking to throw again. Quick strike complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Albright. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
To throw, it's not. Fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Looking to scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. This is a designed run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. To the air. It's not. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Fires to the middle. On target to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, obviously, this has been a defensive struggle the entire first half, so how big was it for the offense to score a touchdown in their last possession of the first half, get an opportunity to tie this thing up going in at halftime? I think we can expect a lot of the same here in the second half, but no doubt, huge for their confidence offensively.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. The give from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's not. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. The give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Kick is in the air. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's not. Got his man on the right.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating block.
There he goes! And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Making side adjustments here. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking to pass. It's not. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's not. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on third and long. Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Catch in the middle. It's Simon. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Ball State. They move on top here in the fourth.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Albright. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's not. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in a game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on fourth down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this fourth down and move the sticks.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Running it to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Looking for space. It's Barfield. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Both of these offenses sputtered